Good morning, everyone. It's Lindsey Hudson with SPS. Sorry for the delay, a little technical difficulty. It happens like that. Actually, it was my fault. I was trying to get 30 minutes on the bike before I got on. Yeah, it's okay. Happy to see everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. Great weather out there, right? Uh, uh, Final four weekend. We got to see the winner. Is going to be going to Arkansas, and I wonder if Danny Hurley from UConn will go to Kentucky. Just a thought. So, what's today's Monday motivation? What do we have going on here? It is instead of bigger, go deeper. Instead of bigger, go deeper. What are you talking about, Lindsey? I'll only make one caveat to say keep a clean mind in this conversation. That's the only time I'll mention that. But with that being said, talking about going deeper. You know, we can see what's on the surface, but sometimes our success and our um, great impact can have if we look at something going deeper. I remember when I was in corporate America, one of my direct reports want to be able to impact officials we were working with, the elected officials. And he had an idea. He said, instead of us giving a lot of political donations to a lot of people, let's just find it also takes a certain kind of commitment for you to be able to go forward and do that. At its core, and I got this information from a great article on LinkedIn. I thought it was pretty good to share. For some reason, I'm not seeing it come up right now, but at any rate, it was a really good article, and it talked about at its core going deeper, not wider. Is finding value in what you already started. Let's go deeper, not wider. Case not bigger. It's finding I'm just going to keep interesting to read about because there were so many parallels, if you will. Sorry, guys, if whatever may be going on, but just hopefully it all just come together. But again, I thought that was really interesting to be able to see that and the impact that can have. So what I'm getting at is the concept is really simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy to execute. Bigger is defined as of considerable size, extent, intensity. Well, we want a bigger bank account. We want bigger cars. We want a bigger house. Bigger, vacation. All these things are of grandiose, appeal. And I'm not telling you not to want that. I'm not telling you not to live like that. Hell, every chance I get, I'm gonna do it big, and this just is what it is. But also, as I look at reflecting about going forward and having more of an impact, I'm more focused on the idea of going deeper, extending far down from the top or the surface. Meaning, sometimes we spread ourselves too thin with these concepts and these ideas, whether it's in your job, who knows, whether it's the expectation of your relationship. Going deeper can help build those relationships. And I'm talking about the branding part when we were talking about the logos. And branding logos are a cornerstone right here. I can just point to this logo on my shirt right here, and you know exactly what it is. Fortunately, SPS amongst the sports community in Michigan, the Midwest, and throughout the country in some cases, has been branded. Where people see the logo, they know what to expect. When it comes to logos, the thought is bigger is better. Bigger logos get more attention. However, there's a thin line between that, and I want you to make this parallel, make this comparison. However, there's a thin line between a bigger logo that makes an impact and one that detracts. Sometimes things can be so big, it detracts from the overall goal. The logo just takes your attention, and it doesn't really help move the message. I think the same thing is in our thoughts and how we do things. Sometimes we want to do things so big, but where the real power may be in having a small impact with a small group as it relates to that. So what does this mean? This isn't Sizing's and everything. A well-designed logo that's scaled appropriately to the context of the audience can make a bigger impact than a giant logo. So hear what they said. Something that's made uniquely for our audience. It takes some time. That's the deeper part. Getting to know one particular group, to get to know one particular facet of your job. Getting to be a subject matter expert in something that's very specific instead of going bigger. Now, some people may want to say, I don't want to take that chance. I don't want to put all my effort and time into this one thing. Well, that's a chance you take, but we're talking about how you want to grow, how you want to find peace, because sometimes bigger isn't always better. Now, with that being said, bigger is not always better, and a well-designed logo that's scaled appropriate to the context of the audience can be just as effective, if not more so, than the giant logo. So don't think it's all about the big thing. Think about it even with fashion. You see somebody wearing something designer, you see Coach Staley wearing a Louisville. For me personally, I love the prints that are real subtle, where it's like the black on black monochromatic, where it's like if you look and you'll see the print in there. I mean, it's almost like what I want us to be able to gather right here is I don't want people just getting burnt out on thinking that if it's not bigger, it's not better. I don't want people to think that if it's not something that's over the top, it can't be impactful. Sometimes a small, micro-focused approach can be the best approach to get you what you want, and also to kind of allay your concerns with what you have going on and what you want to achieve. So when it comes to branding, remember, it's not the size of your logo that counts, it's how you use it. So let's take this branding part that I talked about and make that relative to other parts of your life. It's not necessarily the size of it, the person with the biggest this or the biggest that. It's about how you use it. It's about how you really focus in on what you want to do, to say, you know what, I have peace of mind in this lane. I'm going to spend a little bit more time and develop this relationship a little bit more. So many times we're so worried about the next person coming through the door or the next person to build that relationship with, where there's an opportunity to build on the core of what you have. I know we all like new. We all like something just happening fresh, and we get bored, men and women alike, or whatever may be going on, whether it's your personal life or your professional life. However, if you really want to make some progress, if you really want to push yourself forward, if you really want to find some fulfillment in what you do, bigger isn't always better. Sometimes you got to go deeper. Get deeper with that relationship. Spend some more time with that person. Hey, let's talk some more. And it doesn't have to be a heavy conversation. It can be, spending time, just hanging out, talking about something, as opposed to looking for the new thing that's going to fulfill you, or that big shiny thing that's going to fulfill you. Because I know there's a lot of people, they say, hey, I can cry in a mansion, I'll be okay with that. But the whole point is you want to find a peace of mind where you can be effective, you can be productive, and you can make an impact. So that was on my heart today to share with you guys. Instead of bigger, let's go deeper. Keep that in mind, that it's not always the biggest thing that is the best thing. Sometimes it's that unique thing that you focus on when you can have a major impact. So with that being said, I want to wish you guys a great Monday. Have a great week. Spring is in the air. It is almost mid-April, and things are happening, and time goes fast. So focus on what you need to focus on. Do what you need to do. I want to wish you guys the best, and thanks for supporting SPS. See you.